It's at this point, they're not telling a lot about what exactly the threat is, but at this point, they know that it's an ISIS inspired or related threat. They're taking it seriously, and they're trying to make sure they alert the appropriate law enforcement agencies around the country, and especially in California, because of the possible threat. Now, at this point, they believe it is something that is that arose from chatter and other intelligence information that the FBI and DHS and other intelligence agencies were able to get. But again, they're not being very specific about it, and they're still trying to figure out it. There's no arrests that have been made, but they're trying to figure it out.
And Evan, one of your sources has said that this focuses on parts of California where officials have stepped up security. Are we talking about big cities here? Are we talking about Northern or Southern California, or frankly, do we just not have those details?
Well, we're not saying at this point, that we do know that in certain places that they've increased some security. But at this point, the officials have asked us not to reveal too much about it.
Okay.
Suffice it to say that they do believe it's serious enough that they've asked local police agencies to make sure that they're aware of it and then they increase their vigilance.
Also, I know that some of the officials told you and made a point of telling you, Evan, that this potential threat, and they don't know if it is a real threat or an aspirational threat, they're saying it's not necessarily aviation related.
That's right. I mean, one of the first things we think about in these things is whether or not there's a threat to perhaps to aviation. And as you know, Poppy, TSA has increased security in recent months, particularly within domestic flights, just to make sure that nothing could get by. We know that the terrorist groups have been looking for ways to hide explosives in ways that are hard to detect, and so that's one of the things that is at work here. But they're being very cautious in providing details because I think there's so much of the investigation that's at a very sensitive stage.